I talked to New Orleans' youngest charter school CEO at an abandoned school that never reopened after Katrina. You came in 2010, so it's 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And so you begin to work in this system, but then while working in this system, you all of a sudden begin to say, you know what, there's a different way education can be done.
Yeah.
And what was that moment?
It was spring of my second year of teaching. I taught a young man named Ricky Summers. He was 16 years old in the 8th grade. And by that time, I had effectively closed a 4-year achievement gap in reading and math.
You closed a 4-year achievement gap. How fast?
He came to our school in 5th grade, and by 8th grade, he was on grade level in reading and math.
Wow.
Yeah. Every day Ricky came to school, he said he was going to college and was definitely on track to do so. I got a call one day in the spring of that year where I got to know another side of Ricky. And I found out that Ricky sold drugs to support his family and was murdered during a drug deal gone bad. I found out the results of his state testing at his funeral, and according to those results, he was on track to receive full tuition to any state university in Louisiana through TOPS. Ricky had some of the best teachers in the country and one of the best school models in the country, and yet that wasn't enough to protect him from the very real conditions of poverty that he faced every day. After Ricky's death, I was inspired to build Rooted School. Rooted aims to connect students like Ricky to not only college, but entry-level jobs in high-growth, high-wage companies right out of high school.
And so as you begin to formulate your own idea, what makes your idea so different and unique from what is already being done?
Yeah. So over the next 5 years, thousands of jobs are opening. We're focusing on the digital sector first, but across many high-growth, high-wage industries. And my goal is to connect students like Ricky to these burgeoning opportunities that are right in their front yard while they're in school, so that they don't need to deal drugs in order to make ends meet. And the beauty is that with these jobs, students do not need a 4-year college degree in order to get them.
You're saying this is the future.
Yeah.
These are the jobs. We should be trying to educate and train the people today for the jobs available when they graduate.
Exactly.
You got 44 states in America that now allow for charter schools. And you got lots of people who say we're totally against that, but without this current system, you couldn't do this. You couldn't be an innovator.
You're absolutely right. And I think it's the beauty of this city in that it has created the conditions for someone like myself, not even from here, to in 5 years put myself on a position where I'm launching a radically new school model, not only for the city, but arguably the country, that I think will provide real economic opportunities to kids right now.
Through this opportunity, as African Americans, we now have the opportunity to literally educate our own kids our own way.
Yeah, and I think the charter movement was created out of the spirit of and belief of choice, and that we ought to create schools that are nimble enough to deal with the immediate needs of students, and that it is possible for kids like Ricky to have immediate economic opportunity while they're in school, and certainly immediately right after high school, that will fast track them and their families to freedom.
All right, I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Thanks much.
Yeah.